Hi guys, welcome back to another episode with the NZDayTrading101 channel. I'm Shami, and today I'm just going to be talking about just a little bit of a different video. NZ day trader problems, so stuff that annoys us as day traders. This is another um, thing that we have to keep our sanity on and make sure that we keep our emotions in control. So let's go over a scenario that happened to me today. And it happens quite, but it's not the first time it's happened, but it just means that you miss out on some really good trades just because problems like this happen. And the reason why problems like this happen is because we're trading with New Zealand tools. And when you trade with New Zealand, tools such as New Zealand brokers and stuff, everything's a bit slow and um, everything's not as smooth as it should be compared to like the likes of trading in the US. So you just got to do the best you can with the tools that we have in the New Zealand market, and that's what I've been doing so far. And as long as you manage your risk, as long as you got your plan in place and you're cutting your losses quick, and you're also taking your profits where you should be, then in the long term you should be fine. And again, you don't need to trade all the time. Just trade on setups that you see. So I'm just going to talk about a setup that I saw today, and how I approached it, and what actually happened with the trade, and why I didn't complete the trade. Cool. Here we go. So today was about to trade ABA at 10 o'clock when the market opened, and as you can see here, you can see there's a lot of buyers on this side compared to the sellers. So the sellers on this side uh, were less. So you can see that's there's a huge amount of buyers, 351 of them, for total quantity. I wasn't sure how much, but it was substantial compared to the sell side, as you can see. Um, Another thing is I looked at the chart too, and the chart was going up, so there was an uptrend forming here, and it also had a decent amount of volume here. Well, not a decent amount, like it had over 100, 200,000. It was good enough for a pre-market sort of analysis, and the amount of volume here, like ideally you want it to be, well, depending on the stock that you're trading, and depending on your buy side and your sell side, you want this to be 100%. You want it to be over 100,000. Like if it's anything less than 100,000, it's probably not worth trading. And if the volume is around 200,000, you can't really trade like $20,000. If you've got to be a bit careful, so maybe like 10K, or even smaller accounts will be good at this if you wanted to swing trade it. So as you can see here, so I noticed this trade at 10 o'clock, gave it a bit of time, and saw that the buyer started stacking up on this side. So what happened there? So I went to enter a trade today. So as you can see up the top, so this is my order up here. So the order was placed. So the status placed means that um, that the brokers are currently trying to process your order and it hasn't been processed. So until that status doesn't say limit order, it means that it's not in the market ready to go. So I bought a total of 7,575 shares, and I wanted it for a limit order of 198. So when I placed this order at that time, the price was 195. So what I was essentially trying to do was I was trying to buy shares up to $1.98. So these guys here and any other sellers that came in, and that would have gave me a bit of an average. So what ended up happening is this outstanding order stayed there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and it wasn't being processed. So I knew that something was wrong. So I just got on the phone with Direct Broking. I was like, hey, look what's going on. It hasn't processed, and I'd just like to cancel my order because the price actually went past $2. So when I called them 10 minutes later, 10 minutes, the price was at about $2.05. So since my price was at $2.05, I didn't want to buy anymore because I wanted to actually buy in this range here so I can control my risk. If I wanted to sell, then I would sell to these buyers over here. Um, so what happened was I ended up selling this I ended up canceling this order, but there was a few shares that went through. So actually it was around about $350 worth of shares that went through, and then my average price for that was $1.97, and then I ended up getting out at $2.09. So I only had $350 worth of shares, but I made $30 on it, but to buy and sell, $30 to buy, $30 to sell, so it wasn't worth the trade. You don't want to buy, $350 worth of shares. So obviously, I gave Direct Broking a call and I was like, could you please refund my shares because there's no point trading this, and they happily refunded it. So my next two trades are gonna, um, they're gonna take away the fees from them, so which is good. So I'm essentially up $30 today. Um, but as you can see, this is probably not the best situation that us day traders go through, but it does happen. And when it does happen, you can't just be hard on yourself. And at the end of the day, you didn't take a loss, so it's good. But there's a few good opportunities out there. So another one, Air New Zealand was starting to go up again today. I wasn't focusing on that. I was more focusing on this one because this one looked like a good trade, and it did turn out to be a good trade. So I would have bought it at an average price of $1.97 and sold it around about 209 or 210 and made some money there. So, and on the flip side, I would have just sold off at on the buyers here because the buyers started to stack up. Cool. And so today, as you can see from the message up to top here, the latest update that NZX is experiencing an issue with their technology, which is impacting client sell orders. So many traders out there probably experience a lot of difficulties trading. That's not the broker's fault. So it wouldn't be the fault of Sharesies, it wouldn't be the fault of ASB Securities or Direct Broking. It's actually the fault of NZX, and NZX experiencing a high amount of volumes of buying and selling at the moment. And I talked to the guy in Direct Broking, and he said that's mainly due to just the heavy volumes that they're experiencing just because everyone's at home. So it looks like a lot more people are trading these days, and it's good to have a lot of traders in this market too. The more traders there are in the NZ market, the more liquid it makes the market, so the more prices can jump up and down. So, and that's what we need. We need volatility and we need volume to short-term profit. So that's the situation that happened with me, and does happen quite a bit. And if your order takes long and stays in place for a long time, just get on the phone with your broker and just say, hey, look, I placed an order and it hasn't gone through, and they should be able to sort it out for you. So, yeah, cool. So thanks guys for watching, and if you like this video, please hit the like button below. Please subscribe to the channel as well. It keeps helps me to gain momentum and keep bringing out good quality content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy trading.